There are no strings on me.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Carnage, your Primitive AK here, back with another video for you guys today. I was not anticipating making a second video for today, but we got a massive content drop information from Charlie Intel and Treyarch Call of Duty regarding Season 1, involving a bunch of content for Warzone, Black Ops Cold War. We're going to go through every single detail. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys showing the love and support, and let's go ahead and jump right into it. There's a lot to cover here, so we're going to go through all of the details here. So they just recently dropped a trailer showcasing the new Season 1 content, which was part of the Game Awards show. They actually dropped a trailer in there, so if you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to the trailer in the description. But for those that already saw the trailer or just want to know what's in the content, so first things first, we got 3 brand new operators to the game. One is known as Stitch, Warsaw Pact, which is going to be available at launch week. I'm not going to go into the details as to their background stories, that you can read through that if you want to. But here's the first character, which is Stitch. The next character is Bulldozer, NATO, which is part of the NATO, I guess you would call it group or faction, whatever you want to call it. And that's NATO right there. Bulldozer actually looks pretty dope in my opinion. And next up is actually going to be the Xena. I'm actually pronouncing that wrong more than likely. Xena's going to be available. This one's available in season, so you're going to actually have to wait probably somewhere around the mid-season update. If you guys remember Modern Warfare, they did mid-season updates. So this will be available towards the middle of the season. But for those that are curious, both Bulldozer and also Stitch will be available at the first day 1 of patch, which is going to be around December 16th. So stay tuned for that. We'll be covering that. We got 5 brand new weapons which are going to be introduced. Launch week includes the MAC10, which is what you're currently seeing up top. That's the MAC10 right there, which appears to be a Cobra red dot by the looks of it. And I'm not entirely sure the other attachments. Maybe a skeleton stock and an infiltrator grip on the side there. Moving on, we actually have the Groza assault rifle. For those that play Battlefield 4, you may be familiar with the Groza. It's a slow damage, it's a slow rate of fire, high damage type of assault rifle, and it's got a decent, according to what it says here, it's got a decent fire rate, but we'll have to see exactly how this weapon plays out. I believe there may have been leaked footage of that, but obviously we can't show it on the channel, so we're gonna have to wait and see how this one plays out. Both the MAC10 and the Groza will be available at launch. The Street Sweeper, which is essentially the striker shotgun from Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3. For those that are familiar with that weapon, this is a semi-automatic shotgun, meaning you gotta pull the trigger, very similar to the what's that weapon called? The semi-automatic shotgun from Modern Warfare. I couldn't remember what it's actually called, but it's very similar to that, the one that everybody was annoyed of in Modern Warfare, especially on Shipment and Warzone. Very similar to that, pretty much the exact same thing. It's got a drum magazine on the side there. So that one will be available in the middle of the season, so that's not going to be available at launch, but rest assured we'll be covering them when it actually drops. We got a brand new melee weapon, which is called the Sledgehammer. Very self-explanatory. It's a massive sledgehammer. Probably going to be pretty heavy to run around with, but you know, TKO, I know you're going to be excited for that one. And we also have the Wakasashi Melee. I'm probably saying that wrong. Looks like some katana of some sort. Actually, the description literally says katana. So we're getting another sword in the game, which is pretty nice. We already have one in Modern Warfare, which will be available in Warzone. But yeah, I don't really care too much for the melee weapons. But regardless, still nice that we have new stuff to play around with. Some new multiplayer modes that are going to be available include Gunfight 2v2. This is a returning mode from Modern Warfare. For those that have never played Modern Warfare, it's essentially like kind of like a one life, one and done sort of competitive. I guess you would call it one life game mode sort of. It's literally just 2v2, but you don't have any respawns. That's essentially what it is. And moving on, we also have Prop Hunt, which is going to be available on launch week as well. 6v6 Prop Hunt. This is a fan favorite game mode. I personally don't care for Prop Hunt, but for those that are into that kind of thing, you enjoy those little party modes, this will be a fun little mode to try out as well. Dropkick. This is a new 6v6 game mode that's going to be available towards the middle of the season, part of the mid-season update. This frantic game of nuclear hot potato features 2 teams, each vying for control for a special and extremely important briefcase. The round begins with each team racing to the location of the nuclear briefcase and attempting to pick it up. Anyone grabbing that briefcase is automatically equipped with a powerful pistol, but it's ideally up to the rest of the team to keep the briefcase carrier safe. The team with the case gains access to launch code as well as an ever-increasing score for their team. If you die while your team controls the briefcase, you will not respawn until your carrier has been eliminated and the briefcase has been dropped. If your team isn't carrying the case, it must be flushed out and retrieved before it's too late. Once one team reaches the score limit by controlling and owning the briefcase, orders to execute a nuclear strike are confirmed and the round is won in a highly explosive manner. So if you detonate the nuke, game over. That's essentially what it means. First to reach 200 wins. And we also have Combined Arms 12v12 Hardpoint, which is going to be available on launch week as well. We got 8 brand new multiplayer maps that are going to be dropping. We have The Pines, which takes place in New Jersey. Coming from someone who actually lives in Jersey, I don't know a single mall that looks like this, but regardless, new mall map called The Pines going to be launching, available for all players. This will be free to play. We also have Raid returning in Black Ops Cold War. This is huge. A lot of people were anticipating Raid might be coming back. It was leaked a few times in previous Call of Duties and also this one, but never received any confirmation. We now have confirmation that Raid will be officially launching with 6v6 modes available in Black Ops Cold War. A nice little twist for you Nuketown fans out there. We also have Nuketown 84 holiday themed. So this is going to be a night version with Christmas lights and wreaths and all that type of stuff. Mistletoes for you idiots that like to sit in top house. Maybe you can go kiss each other with the mistletoe hanging from a top in the top house. But this will be available on launch week as well for those that want to go ahead and check that out. We also have a brand new mode known as Game Show 2v2. Engage with your fellow contestants in a battle of wits and gunfire with the emphasis on gunfire. The studio setting features plenty places to engage, less cerebral form of competition from the contestant podium to the stepped stage and 80s camera equipment. We also have ICBM 2v2. I'm actually not entirely sure what this is. I'm assuming these are just gunfight maps from what it says. It says 2v2, so I'm assuming these are just gunfight maps. So we got Game Show, and we also have ICBM, which will be available on launch week as well. We also have KGB as a brand new 2v2 map. I would definitely be interested in checking that out. We also have Ubon 2v2 map, which looks pretty interesting as well. Not too much details have been given on that one. And we also have a brand new Fire Team map for those that like to play Fire Team Dirty Bomb. Sanatorium is the name of the map. Takes place in the Ural Plains. Soviet experimentation, blah, blah, blah. New tools of the trade. This is a pretty big one, ladies and gentlemen. I am proud to announce that the Score Streak Harp will be available on launch week. This is a brand new high altitude reconnaissance plane. For those that have played Call of Duty as long as I have, you already know what this is. For those that have not played Call of Duty or are not familiar with what this is essentially an advanced UAV, aka a VSAT. If you played Modern Warfare, there was a kill streak known as the advanced UAV. This is quite literally the same exact thing, and this is a hugely important kill streak that a lot of players like myself are very excited for, and I'm actually really excited to try this out. We'll have gameplay of this when it drops. There's going to be a lot to cover. I'm excited. I'm really excited. We also got a new zombies mode known as Jingle Hells, available on launch week, which doesn't really give us too much description. It's like snowballs where you can free zombies, stocking power-ups, presents you can extract from frozen foes. So for you zombie fans, make sure you go ahead and check that out. You'll probably like that. Throughout the season, we're going to get a brand new game mode, Cranked, which is going to be returning. This is a returning mode from previous Call of Duties. It's been around since COD Ghost, so nothing too new there. We also have season challenges available at launch week, which will give you more than likely some new calling cards, some new variants, and a bunch of other stuff that you can go ahead and check out. We also have new prestige levels and prestige shop available at launch week. We got level 50, level 100, level 150, 200, level 250, all the way to 1000. Every 50 levels you will gain a prestige key. So for those that like to grind out multiplayer, this will be available to all of you who like to ground out all those max levels. So definitely recommend you go ahead and check that out. Warzone, this is the chat, guys, there's so much content in this one. I was not anticipating all this to drop in one day. We have Warzone content, Rebirth Island. This is essentially Alcatraz for anyone that's played Black Ops 4, Warzone, or Blackout, whatever it is you want to call it. This is essentially the same exact thing, which is going to be returning in Warzone. This will be available in the Warzone client. This will be available at launch, so you'll be able to check that out. I'm thoroughly excited. I'll be full sending Warzone content. We also got a brand new Gulag experience. Appears to be a brand new Gulag map. and yet an instantly familiar face-off in a Nuketown sort of style build. So this is essentially like a Nuketown. This is basically a mini Nuketown gulag. I am thoroughly excited to go ahead and try this out, man. I'm excited. I'm hyped and I'm ready to try it, man. We also got a new Rebirth Island gulag experience, so they got a different gulag map for the Rebirth Island map, so definitely recommend you check that out. Brand new mode known as Resurgence is going to be dropping as well. Essentially what this means is think you're dead, it's not over yet. This new game mode of Rebirth Island focuses on respawning as a key to victory. Scavenge caches and gear up as normal, hunt down other squads, focus on dropping every last one of them. Otherwise, they're liable to respawn and seek revenge. There is no gulag available in this mode. After taking out an enemy, you'll gain a moment of extreme clarity on where the rest of that enemy team is located. Now finish them. So essentially, if you kill one person, you actually get a mini radar to see where the rest of the enemies are. We also got a new vehicle, Attack Helicopter, is going to be available throughout the middle of the season. This will be available in the edition of Warzone. The Airborne Menace is basically just a chopper gunner, essentially. Hopefully it's not too lethal, because I feel like this could be pretty overpowered. It doesn't specifically say as to how you get it. I believe this is just a ground loot sort of thing that you're going to be able to find somewhere on the ground if you're lucky. Hopefully it's pretty rare and not that common to find. We also have the content integration, which we explained in our previous video. If you haven't checked that out, link to that will be in the description, as well as annotation on screen. We got a bunch of new weapons that are going to be integrated into Warzone, bunch of brand new content. You guys have already seen this screenshot in the previous one. This is essentially just the ranking system. And like I said, the progression will be intertwined through all 3 games. And we have a bunch of stuff. Guys, there's so much stuff that's going to be dropping with this. And we also have the Challenger Pack, which will be available for Call of Duty Endowment. You'll get all this stuff. I believe this one's already in the store, but for those that didn't buy it or are not aware of it, it's a new bundle that you can purchase in the store, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. Mastercrafts are back as well. For those that have played Black Ops 4, you may have been familiar with what's known as Mastercrafts, where they gave you a really nice looking skin that even had like a reactive camo on it, and it also gave you bonus XP. So they're on top of blueprints coming. We have Mastercrafts coming as well. So moving on, they don't specifically say which ones are coming, but I've already seen a few of them. There are leaked screenshots of them floating around on the internet, so that's available to check out as well. We got new bundles, rings, and holidays, and welcome new operators. So a bunch of stuff that's going to be dropping. For those that are curious, the update will be available sometime around, what I'm assuming is going to be around 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It also says there are downloads to attain for Season 1. The first Black Ops Cold War Season 1 update already dropped on December 7th, so if you haven't downloaded that, make sure you go ahead and check that out. They don't specify an exact time as to when these updates will be dropping, but as far as we know, we'll just have to stay tuned from Charlie Intel, Treyarch, as to when the update will be dropping, but it will be available. The update's going to drop on December 16th, and the actual Warzone update, which is the integration, will be dropping on the 16th. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Massive amounts of content. Hats off to Treyarch and Infinity Ward and just everybody involved in this one. We got a bunch of content, guys. There's no possible way you're going to be bored anytime soon. Bunch of stuff's going to be dropping. We're going to be touching on the Warzone content more than likely first. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. That was a lot of content. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's your boy Connor, your Primitive AK. Signing out. Peace out, fellas.